think that's just a good place to start, Tyler, because I know for you in the group that you're building, dude, like I know this just because I know you, like the team that you're putting together is going to be a team of people that want to get better in every area of their life, that want to grow, that they're driven, they want to get better, they want to build something great, they're persistent, they're going to persevere because that's you. And that's the cool thing about this business. You don't recruit what you want, you recruit who you are. And so as you get better and as you grow and develop, you're going to start to recruit better and you're going to start to grow better because you're better. And so it's just a kind of a cool business that as you become that expert, you're actually going to attract more experts because you attract who you are, not what you want. So I don't know if that makes any kind of sense. I'll stop talking and pass it back to you, Tyler. But man, it's good to be on with you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And I mean, just it's so funny hearing you. I'm listening to you, but like going through my own journey when I got started in this, as you're saying all that. And when I got started, I had no money. I was in college. I got my license because I crashed my car and I realized that I couldn't get it fixed and I was going to make 40 grand on my entry level job. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe this is why I'm going to school. And when I got my insurance license, I read that this industry created the most millionaires and I was like, I'm going to become wealthy. And I got like really optimistic. And then I went 2 months with zero sales, 5,000 phone calls, and I was borrowing
Wow.
money from my parents, my mom, and my brothers, basically trying to figure out how to buy leads and keep my business alive. And it's crazy because, like, in my mind, though, I was like you said, like persistent, persevere, like overcome. Like I knew that I was like, I just want the fruits of this business so bad that it didn't really matter what happened in the middle. I was like, I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah.
And there was a point where like I was stressed, like I was stressed, but I still had this idea in my mind of where I wanted to go, and that kept me alive to stay in the fight. And then I ended up dropping out of school and I ended up taking out a loan for 1,500 bucks. I didn't even know you could do that, but I was Googling and trying to figure out how to, get off the ground, and I made that happen. And then I finally made my first three sales. And then the next month I wrote 40 grand, my fourth month in the business. And so even though everyone's getting started story is so different.
Yeah.
Steven on here came in right away and he had a bunch of business immediately. But that like attitude, and I think that it is like there is like something about like that kind of, what you're working towards. And as a new agent, just it alone, like you get paid 25% more in year two than you did in year one because you have your back end payouts paying out. And so like what was your perspective like and experience like when you got started? Did you just come in and like crush it? Like you guys were doing in-homes, paper applications, like what what was that like and what kept you going through those challenges?
Yeah, great question, dude. So, um, when I got started, I think the first thing that laid the foundation for me to build something that was going to be built to last and not get blown over, um, was just having a really good, strong, like why. Like I had a baby that was already coming, right? So my daughter, which is crazy, she's going to be 19 in like 2 months, but she was just born. So next year I'd be in this business for 20 years as of next year, which just means I'm just old, right? So, but she was like, so I got my license July, I want to say 13th. She was born July 9th. So like it was like the same week basically she was born. And I didn't really have a plan B, dude. It's like my plan B was go to college for like, 4 years, maybe get a degree. Nobody in my family tree had ever like made six figures, had a degree, nothing.